Good morning, everybody. Man, I love this call, waking up to it every single day, and really excited for you, Trevor, to share. And I hope everybody heard you already on the national call. I don't miss national calls. Most successful people I know don't. So I'm sure you guys are on there and you heard it. But if not, this is your second chance to hear from Trevor today. And I was excited to introduce him today. I met Trevor at a Houston boot camp, and people will come up. You know how this goes, and the thing that I sometimes I hear things like, "Can I pick your brain?" I'm always like, "Oh no, there's it's too crazy up there. Too many weeds. It's too crazy to just pick the brain." I love when people come up with really specific, intentional questions of kind of what they want to learn from me. And really, what Trevor came up to me, which he's a big dude. I don't know if you've met him, Jim, in person. I don't know. He's like 6'8", 6'9". I mean, he's definitely a former lineman. I could spot it a mile away, and he definitely was a lineman in college. But he said, how can I serve? How can I help you? How can I help you in your agency? I was like, interesting, was the first thing he said. And we talked, and I could see that he was so hungry for information, so hungry to learn, so hungry to get better. And so I could just tell it, just right there on the spot. And we talked for a little bit, and I actually was like, yeah, I got this new agent. You wanna help mentor him? He's like, yep, on it. Whatever I asked him to do, he did it. And he did what he said he was going to do over and over and over and over again. We started Be a Better Builder. He started plugging into that, and he plugged in on time. And what else he did, Jim, was he implemented. He didn't just learn from different, and I'm not the only one he was picking brains. There were several. But he intentionally learned what he wanted to learn from different people, and then he implemented those strategies, and he implemented fast. I would say it has been a beautiful piece of artwork to watch him grow in the last 6 months, because he will tell you exactly what he implemented and how he grew. And his writers have grown, his leadership has grown, his influence has grown. And he's gone from someone last conference that was lost puppy to this year, people are going to be wanting his autograph. Right. And that's 1 year, y'all, 1 year. So, yeah, listen to his story and think about how you're going into conference, and even think about how you want to go into conference next year, because there's no better example of growth in 1 year than Trevor Tipton. And just honored to call him my friend. Let's do it, man. Let's do it, Trevor.
Well, thank you. For those that don't know, my name is Trevor Tipton. I am direct to Scott and Kelly Summers, part of the Purdy hierarchy. And that is one of my favorite things about this company is we can all rise together. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who your mentor is. And you can plug in. I am not direct or part of the organization of any of the leaders of this call, but yet they've all chose to pour into me. So thank you. If anybody that's made an impact on me, they probably know they've got a text from me on a Sunday before. I reflect each week, and I had to jump on my iPad here. We're literally traveling down to Colorado in our RV. For those that don't know, me and my wife travel full time while we're doing this. And we literally lost power 5 minutes before at the park, 5 minutes before this was about to start. So I was like, oh no. And I asked Jim a question about mentoring and coaching, and I DM'd him, and he says to me, like, he responds exactly how I did. And I was like, I went, "Ugh." And my wife was like, what? I go, Jim did to me what I would do to an agent. And I was like, he started asking me questions, and he was like, I would like you to, let's talk about this. And it's, how do you get unstuck? Okay. Like, if you're on this call, whether you've made it here 5 whole days and this is your first week here, or you've been here 6 months or years and you're trying to get unstuck, I'm going to share something I've built since I've been at this company, and I've had before, but it's a way different version now. I'll give you guys a link to it when you're done, because I've never done this as quick as I got to do this right now. So everybody has to-do list. Okay. Like, we all have, like, I have to do this today. I have to do this today. I have to do this today. Right. And we talk about the things we have to do, the 4 cornerstones, right? Like, we have relentless pursuit of personal growth, all the different things you have to do. And we have our non-negotiables. But how many of you have actually ever built in your life a not to-do list? I think this is more important here than what you're going to do, because it's going to eliminate all the stuff that is in your way that you don't want to be doing. Again, I'm going to go through this really quick, but I have it on a Google Drive. I'll give everybody a copy. Okay. So this is mine. It's ever changing. I'm not stuck to it. but we have to start. I talk to my agents all the time that tell me they're stuck about, okay, well, what are, like, let's talk about what not to do here. Okay. Cause we know what we need to do, right? We need to do, like four things, like four cornerstones with massive action, and it works. Okay. So first and foremost, I do not chase low leverage tasks. No spending time fixing text issue. I delegate it. I don't spend 30 minutes organizing files or CRM when I could be coaching, closing, or recruiting. Those are the three things I need to be doing: coaching, closing, and recruiting. Why? Because I got to fund all this. I'm not an equity partner. I'm not Marshall Whalen. I'm not out of the field, right? I'm going to lead from the front there. I don't build other things that, no building things others can be trained to do. So systems, SOPs, templates, build once, delegate forever. Okay. So instead, what do I need to do? I need to automate. I need to delegate. I need to outsource anything that doesn't directly grow my agency. Okay. If it's less than $100 hour task, delegate it, hire out. I had an admin assistant by September, October after conference last year. Okay. You need to operate in your area of highest impact: recruiting, closing, training. That's me. Okay. This is a big one that I've had to work on here. Okay. Is do not take emotional responsibility for uncommitted agents. That's hard. I'm a connector. I want to help everyone, but I have rules. Do not rescue or babysit people who aren't showing up, or pour or put out extra time into people that don't follow the cornerstones, Mac, and relentless pursuit of personal growth. That's for me. If you want my help, I'm going to do to you what Marshall Whalen did to me. I'm going to ask you, what are you reading? It's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Okay. I do not overcoach agents who don't do the basics. Do not confuse potential with commitment. Do not oversolve for agents not showing up or hiring on minimum standards. And do not let their emotional roller coaster drive your own. That's what I need to not do. Okay. Instead, I'm going to do what Sarah did to me. I'm going to pour into the committed. I'm going to use systems to sort, not save. And I'm going to coach by behavior, not by potential and lack of activity. Like, that is like super important for me. Okay. Do not work without clear priorities. I do not wing it. I don't get up and be like, oh, hey, what am I going to do today? It is planned out every day. Never show up with your camera off, distracted, or engaged in something else. Be present in what you're doing. That is on my not to do list. Do not guess what my top outcome is supposed to be that day. And I'm not to check emails or texts before I do my builder blocks and my daily IPAs. Okay. So I lock this in before. Like, I don't like have like, hey, I think I might do this today. When I show people my calendar, they freak out. And I'm like, yes, I have a very specific plan on what I'm going to do. Okay. My next one, number 4. Okay. Do not carry unmade decisions. Do not sit on unclear plans or maybes. Don't delay moves you already know you should make. Do not revisit decisions over and over, and no analysis paralysis. Stop looking in the rear view mirror and start looking out the windshield. So I want to decide fast, document clearly, and move forward without second guessing. You heard Craig talk about it yesterday. I want to fail forward as fast as I can. Okay. Next one. This is a massive one that this is cornerstone for me. Do not engage in drama, gossip, or entitlement. Drama is a distraction. Gossip is cancer, and entitlement is a disease. Okay? Do not get pulled into emotional energy drains. Do not allow negativity to leak into your team culture. I will cut it out instantly. And no reacting to energy drainers, ego flares, or scarcity talk. I have no tolerance for blame, victimhood, or negativity ever. We all have our trauma. I will give you all the grace in the world as long as you're working through it. Okay? I know what it's like to be stuck. I know what it's like to be literally at this company and be hopeless. If you were there, you just got to take one step forward. Okay? Like, guys, I can't even share all the trauma I've been through in my life. This is how crazy the trauma I was in. My grandparents at one point helped me get braces. I was so poor and it was so rough in my home. I took my own braces off with a pair of pliers from my garage because we didn't have any money. Okay. Like, we all have trauma. I dealt with my father shooting himself in the head. I'm here to tell you, if you have relentless pursuit of personal growth and get the right people in your life, it won't hurt. It will go away. Okay? It will go away. All right? This next one is my most important one for me. Okay? Do not sacrifice your body or relationships for short-term hustle. Okay? This is my number one. No, for me, no growing my agency while shrinking my soul. That I will never do that. It is not allowed. Okay. Don't skip workouts, sleep, or meals in the name of hustle. I've done that too much in my life. Okay. Do not compromise family or spiritual life for anything ever. Do not ignore recovery and sustainability. B Dubs has been working with me on this because I suck at it. Like, I'm not good at it. Instead, I have to schedule my health and connection with the same discipline as revenue generating activities. That's what I need to do. Okay. Next one, don't do everything yourself. If you are the smartest, busiest person in every room, you have built a prison. You have not built a business. Let me say that again. If you are the smartest and busiest person in every room, you have built a prison. That is not a business. Okay. Do not micromanage what you can train. Do not hoard tasks you should have already done once. And don't be the bottleneck to your own growth. Okay. Build systems and leaders that scale with you, right? I don't want to, I want to be in the room with Brad Smith and Brian Delaney and those managing partners. I'm not there yet. I got to keep growing. Like, if you want to get in that room, don't be the bottleneck to that. Okay. Do not scroll, consume, or react passively. Do not check social media or text before doing my top priorities. It is a tool for me. Okay. Do not conserve content that doesn't serve my mission. Now, what do? I love watching. You might be like, here, like, Trevor, I don't know how to serve. Jim and I have become friends and talking more because, one, he sees we show up on this call every day. Two, we talk on Instagram. That's how Scott Fisher and I became friends. Like, you can use that as a tool. Okay. Don't let notifications ruin your day. Okay. No reacting to notifications like Pavlov's dog. If you don't know who Pavlov's dog is, go look it up. Okay. Instead, use your CRM and calendar as your command center. Your phone and your calendars are weapons. They are not escape routes. Okay. That needs to be a weapon. When you come to me and say, how do I get unstuck? I'm going to make you grab this thing because this is the television and the thing on the wall in your house is the radio. And I'm going to make you open it up and I'm going to make you go to settings and I'm going to tell you to send me a screenshot of your screen time. So when you tell me you don't have time, we're going to have a real conversation about how much time you have. And guess what? When I started doing that to myself, I offended myself. I literally offended myself. Okay. Next thing we don't do, we do not tolerate almost. Almost does not count. We work on maximum effort all the time. We don't have almost set, almost closed, almost activated. Those are distractions that steal certainty. I don't pour into almost ready agents. I don't count like almost closed deals. I don't count that I almost worked out today. We work on commitment, not potential. You heard me say this on Sarah's Be a Better Builder call. How do you know if you're committed here? Would anybody be shocked if you didn't go to conference? If you're not going to conference, why? That means you're not committed. That's just the facts. We're on this call because we hold each other accountable. Would anybody be shocked if you were not here, if you're not going to conference? That's how you know if you're committed. So what do? I push for clarity, action, and full commitment, or I move on. And this is my last one. Do not make success optional. Success is your standard. It is not your wish. Okay? Success is our standard. So what don't we do? Don't give yourself a back door when it gets hard. If there is a backup plan, you will use it. I have no backup plan. Their boats are gone. This is it. I have no choice. Okay? Do not water down your standards to feel better. We don't do that at this company. That is not what we do. Okay? Do not leave your future chance or motivation by having an out. Softness like resolve, and it dilutes identity. Like, it's literally going to dilute your identity. We've done that enough in our lives. Stop doing it. Like, don't do that. Okay? Do not ever stop associating. That is the key to building superpowers. Okay. And everybody's going to be different. Let me give an example. On Wednesday, it was incredibly awesome that Sarah and Jamie got to be on that call, but they operated two very different ways. Susie texts me as I'm getting ready to start and says, "Don't mess up." That's Susie's love language. Sarah would never text me and say that, right? You got to learn that for yourselves. Like, you have to watch that, okay? And no negotiating your non negotiables forever, okay? This is your task. You are to burn your boats and show up like success is the only outcome allowed. If you do that, you will radically change your life at this company. That's what I got, Jim.
I, Trevor, you know by now, my favorite thing is when people drop so much and then they just kind of walk off with it like, that's all I got. Man, you brought so much in such a short amount of time. Like these comments are blowing up with people just trying to take notes, like just trying to keep up. Every single bit of that spoke a language that this group understands well. The intentionality there. You got how many success stories, how many 130s have you heard their story start with my back was against the wall? And how many people do you know whose backs are against the wall but don't make it? Your back against the wall doesn't mean you're gonna make it. It puts you in good company, but it doesn't mean you're going to make it. So what is the difference between the people whose backs are against the wall that actually go win and that don't? The ones that win do every single thing that Trevor just walked us through. The absolute intentionality, the not watering down our standards, the almost doesn't count. This is the stuff that matters. We talk all day about what to do. We rarely have conversations about what we need to stop doing, because so many of you are doing the right things and then undoing it by actively doing things you need to stop doing. So you come to us as mentors and coaches like, what do I need to do? And very often you're doing the right things. You just got to stop doing other stuff. Stop gossiping. Stop getting distracted. Stop letting the little voices of doubt and insecurity get into your head and rattle all of the confidence that you've built all week. Stop that stuff. Man, Trevor, this was so freaking good. I could get fired up on like any one of these points. We have several people because you came in really prepared and really hot. A lot of people asking for a replay. Guys, it exists at Larson Life Group on YouTube. There's a playlist, High Challenge, High Accountability. Thanks to Kate Schnitzer and Sid Franklin. That exists with all of our replays over the last few months. Every single one that you've heard from every single speaker lives on that playlist. You can go back there. You can get this. It will be up there this afternoon. You can go back and kind of one by one, like it's going to take what Trevor just gave us is going to be like, listen to one point, stop, meditate on it, reflect on it, figure out how to implement it, and then press play again. What he did in 15 minutes, you should go through and take an hour and a half to digest. This content was that kind of a message. This was given to you in 15 minutes, but you need to triple, quadruple, more than that, the time to digest and reflect on this.
Hey, Jim,
I
Brother,
will
thank
get.
you.
I want
Let
to
me
add. Go ahead.
real quick. I lost power, so I'm literally on my iPad. What I'll do is I have this in a Google Doc. I'll get it to Kate Schnitzer, and then she can post it with the YouTube link. I'll get it. I have the leaders on here emails. I'll get it to them so they can share it, but I'll have it so she can post it like in the YouTube description, and you have it there.
Yeah, love that, man. That's so good. Sarah, jump on in here.
I was just going to encourage you all. Like, I know we're going to be traveling here soon, and that is a really great time to process some of this kind of a thing. And this would be a really great one to have on hand to listen to. And then, on the plane ride, as opposed to Netflix or something, like, what are your don'ts? Start with 5. You don't have to have as many as Trevor just said. To start with 5, add as you go, because everyone's going to have different things, right? Whether it's, I have to really work on fitting in time for fitness, or I really have to work on fitting in time for work. Everyone's going to be a little different, but start with 5 but give yourself time to process and work time on the plane or at the airport or during a layover. It would be a really great task to kind of tackle, during travel.
Love
So,
that.
yeah. Good job, Trevor. Proud of you.
Thank you.